NoGutsNoGalaxy podcast bringing you some Mech Online and today's preview of the Flea and the save load feature that's coming out tomorrow on the patch day. But before we really get started, like I say again, welcome to Darren, Mama Bear. How are you doing? How was your weekend? And did you do anything fun or interesting?
Meep.
Yes. Is that it?
That's a reference to later. I had a great weekend. It was beautiful weather up here. Whoa, time to get up.
Oh, sorry.
We're also joined by Chris. Yeah, it was a great Father's Day. Even though my child was not here, they went down to California where it was rainy and cold. I thought that was kind of funny. It was a good Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of you Mech dads out there. Hope you had a great Father's Day weekend as well. And how was your weekend, Phil?
It was good. We went down to my in-laws that live down in Ocean Isle in North Carolina. And,
beach time.
Yeah, dude. I went and ran on the beach Friday and Saturday and got sun and blazed. I even drank they have this like.
Do you get sunburned?
No. I've been I tan. Now, if I haven't been out in the sun and I just go out there for it's Red Lobster, no bueno. But
I burn no matter what.
Yeah, are you?
Yes.
Your beard. Your beard would never hint at that.
No, but I don't even have to be in the sun and I get a sunburn.
Yeah, I was gonna say another thing is they had this like almost like sorbet, like little cart dude that would walk by and had like mango and all these different, and you'd fill your cup up. And of course, my in-laws, being the parties they are, would also bring little like airplane bottles of like rum and vodka and stuff, and then you mix it. It was pretty good. I'm just gonna toss this out there. I had a good time on the beach. It was nice and relaxing, and yeah.
And I like rum.
Yeah, but happy Father's Day, and
to all the Mech dads.
I'm sorry your family left
Just
you.
a lot of them. No, I know. Well,
like,
our daughter was graduating down in California, and so they had to go to that. I would have gone, but it would have meant I was gone for a week, so I couldn't take that much time away. But anyhow, Chris, how are you doing today?
Oh.
That good, huh?
Yeah.
You had to think about it.
No. It's just very busy on my side. I think Paul's basically said in the past, we tend to have to be looking at patches, fairly early on in the process. So while you guys are, going to be enjoying the patch tomorrow, we're going to be having to essentially bolt down, Solaris Season 2, the next round of changes for the July month and everything. So just busy.
And of course, I'd like to say welcome to everyone out there. By the way, if you have the ability, want to help spread the word, the gospel that is Mech,
retweet, please.
Yes, retweets are appreciated. And we are going to be going over the Flea now. Comparison screenshots came out this week, as well as some cockpit video. The comparison screenshots, though, I think.
It's much larger than I thought it would be.
It's much smaller than.
That's what I meant.
It's like the Locust's little, baby brother.
Yeah, I don't know if I was expecting it to be smaller than the Locust. I guess I wasn't really thinking about it, and so yeah, I was a little surprised.
It is adorable.
It's a tiny. It is, but I can also see it as, for me, the type of pilot I am, for it to be extremely annoying because it's even harder to hit than the Locust.
Yeah, speaking of, I'm actually focusing on this variant in particular for a reason.
Which variant is that?
That is the Flea, the FLE-20. This one reminds me, it's basically 5 energy with ECM. So the reason I picked this was how popular the Pirates Bane is. So knowing that, I was like, well, what can you do? And we've actually got quite a bit of variety, I would say, in the Fleas. I'd just like to point out that these little antennae are adorable as well. I'm gonna toss that out there.
I feel like all the words we're gonna use for the Flea are gonna be cute, adorable, whatever.
And then come tomorrow.
This is a fighting war machine, man.
Yeah, until they start getting behind you and opening you up.
then it's gonna the narrative's gonna change for sure. By the way, guys, no cockpit preview because we just do the cockpit preview in this stream, so you guys will see the inside of the cockpit items, etc. towards the end of the stream.
But like I say again, welcome to everyone out there. How are you guys doing? How was your Father's Day? Hopefully you had a good one, and of course, let's go ahead and drop that link one more time. So let's go dive in here, and then I'll show off a few other things coming in tomorrow's patch as well. And for those that don't know, we patch on Tuesday. Generally, it can be the beginning or end of the month. It just really depends on the month itself. All right, so we have the Flea 1517. We also have the special version of that camo pattern, of course, C-Build bonus. 1920, the FA, and then the R5K, which is the hero. I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the 20 really quick. And again, just because of how often you see the Pirate's Bane, you know, tossing out there. Stock.
Something comparable.
Yeah, something comparable. Of course, all these come with stock, like some of them are standard 120s, which, no bueno. To note, there is a Flea with 8 hard points for ballistic, and that is the 19. I'll just sort of make a quick reference to the single heat sinks as well to that, because there are some changes that just happened and that you might be interested in particular, especially if you don't need doubles, that just takes up more crit space. And yeah, just tossing that out there. Max engine on this particular variant is 170, which means you need to add a few heat sinks. That being said, Chris, is there any differences between, or is there anyone with like a max engine? I don't think that, yeah, there isn't. All right, just want to make sure.
Yeah,
no.
they're all
okay,
the same
170.
max engine.
So this one actually has mask capability. It is 1 ton. If you're into that thing, if you like it, well, there you have it. Not judging, just saying.
It just is.
It is what it is. All right, so what is the most common? I would say the most common Pirate's Bane is either medium lasers or small pulse. You can also do ERs as well. I've seen that, but let's just go with 5 mediums. Let's just go for the alpha. Let's just go for that. As you can see, you need to add double heat sinks, and this is where some of these mechs run into problems, which is right there. So, and this is just to break even at 1.36. Now, keep in mind, all of the locusts have heat dissipation of plus 16%, and that is to negate the fact of when below a 250 engine, the heat sinks internally to the engine, not the little slots, those are extra, internally are not true double heat sinks. And so anyways, that's to compensate the mech. So anytime you see that, generally speaking, on a mech that has a 250 or below, that is what that quirk is for. It's just to bring it to norm. I don't know if that'll be fixed in the future, but as of right now, that's it's a nice little gift. That definitely helps out a lot of the mechs. And it's not just lights, there's some mediums as well that have like 235s. Looking at you, Blackjacks. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, you have an extra energy slot compared to the Pirate's Bane. One being in the torso. I can definitely see small pulse, probably not smalls, I would say maybe even ER mediums. 1.36 heat efficiency isn't too shabby. And of course you could, and this is without skills, it also is not running mask. 137.7, throw on speed tweak if you care to. And
zoom. Hey, could you get a hashtag Flea going?
Yeah, but one thing to also point out too, what's a little bit different between the Flea and the Locust is survivability here. Chris, I know we were talking about that, I think last week. Thoughts on survivability? It's getting structure and armor on the legs. That's pretty much in par with
armor on the armor on the legs.
Yeah,
and
structure and then armor. Yep.
Yeah, and structure and armor quirks depending on the variant. Yeah, so compared to the Locust, the Flea is going to have much kind of... it's going to have more hardpoint placement. but less in the way of offensive quirks, but it's going to make up for that through defensive quirks, essentially, as well as you'll get in, because the low engine cap also will provide you with about 2 extra tons to pretty much mount other weapons. So compared to the Locust, it's going to be slower, a little bit less maneuverable, but for it, it's going to be a little bit more tanky, with a few variants with the mask specifically able to almost exceed the Locust in both mobility and in speed in short bursts.
All right, so if we're looking at the Flea compared to, like, again, the 20 versus the Pirate's Bane, and this one does not have any skills, neither does this one, so it's comparable. Excel 75 compared to 77, so you're talking negligible to the naked eye, but still statistically it's there. Same thing with DXL 167, 171, and let's see, degrees 2060. 2060, so same. 120, yeah, so it's pretty much got the same yaw, same pitch. Yeah, so very comparable, just a tidbit slower, but with a little bit more firepower potential as far as the 20 compared to the Pirate's Bane, with the same benefits. Now, I know a lot of people like this stealth armor, so that's another thing to consider. You see these quite a bit. You can do stealth armor right here, as you can see. But you got to make up. Well, go fix that really quick.
Yeah, stealth armor on the Flea is probably not going to be preferable, just because it does eat into a lot of your critical slots, and given the fact that you're going to need those 4 heat sinks, to be external, no matter what engine you have it.
We're at 78 out of 78. We're golden. Don't ever feel like the community won't, because they will. They will.
you drop a challenge, they'll make it happen.
It's all fun and games, so you get killed by stealth, Flea tomorrow.
And I feel like that's going to happen to me a lot. Hashtag Flea in chat right now, guys, for your chance to win a Flea standard pack. We're going to give that away shortly.
Its low profile is probably going to make it annoying if you actually do find the crit space to pretty much shove the stealth armor in. It's going to be a very tough target to spot.
Let's see something. Oh, there we go. What's that up? I think we're... Yeah, that stealth armor is funky. I don't know how it needs to be applied.
We don't need stealth fleece. Come on.
What? I mean, it's gonna happen. I'm just tossing that out there. All right, so this is the 20. And again, comparable to the Pirate's Bane because of ECM. Yeah, low profile, high mounts. And think about this. I mean, you guys know how annoying the Locust is. Now you've got a slightly smaller baby brother to that. Now, the 19 is something that we currently don't have on the IS side. And that is many, many ballistics on a 20-tonner. The Locust does not have this. So this is probably, I would say, the most unique out of all the Fleas. And that is 8 ballistics, 1 missile. Now, I mentioned the single heat sinks earlier. This is one of those mechs that potentially you don't want doubles on, because you don't need them. So just tossing that out there. And of course, strip here. 170 max, which means, again, you need at least 4 back. But I don't think you're going to need double heat sinks on this. And where that's beneficial is that at least saves up, geesh, what? 12, I mean, it frees up 8 critical slots comparatively. So of course, if we max this out, this would be like the right? Of Locust and Fleas. Pretty much, yeah, right? All the piranha. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is 4 double heat sinks being 3 crits, 12 slots. You're only having to reduce that. So anyways, it'll open up 3 extra double heat sink, or 8 extra slots. Jeez, why are you confusing me? And of course we have the weapons. Now it comes stock with the lights. It's the same tonnage for regular machine guns, so I would just drop the regular machine guns in there. These are high mounts, just like the others as well, so I don't think that'll be an issue. And the chin slot, if you will, we'll go ahead and stick let's just throw a small pulse on there, and throw 2 tons of machine gun ammo. Who needs head armor? Really? Not in this thing. Let's go take a quick look at where those are mounted. As you can see here, I mounted, even the lowest one right here is still cockpit high. There's 2 machine guns on the top, and then vertical right there. And then of course the chin mount is right there. The head mount we'll see on another variant is actually directly above the cockpit. And now you have basically a 8 machine gun, 20 tonner, but on the IS side, which the IS doesn't have. So again, bringing something new to the table, and this is probably the most, I would say it is the difference, right, between the Locust and the Flea as far as what they bring. Of course, energy, there are a few with missile slots, but as far as 8 ballistic, it's right there.
Yeah, it's definitely the most unique out of the IS lights as far as the Flea is concerned.
So I would definitely see skills playing a part of this as well. And because of how small it is, speed 137 without speed tweak, I think that you're pushing what, 150, 160 or something that with speed tweak as well if you go down that route. And of course you do have room for arrow as well, which you could get down to another half ton of ammo if you so desired, but it's not really bringing any anything other than that. So you could do something like that as well. So yeah. Okay, on to the next. We do have 2 Fleas with a missile slot. I already mentioned the 19 here. That comes with a missile slot in the right torso. Stock config is a rocket. In all honesty, I don't see this missile slot being used very often, if at all, because of course tonnage. You do have a missile spread of -10, but again, I don't think you'll really see. I think if anything, you'll see the missile slot being used on the hero, which is 2 missile with 5 energy. Now, I can also see this being used similar to the Locust, where the missiles aren't taken at all, right? And you just go pure energy, a lot like the 19, but the difference being 19 has ECM, this one doesn't. But I could see ER mediums being taken on this and no SRMs taken. I can also see ER smalls taken with 2 SRM 2s just for DPS, as well as some of the other energy options like small laser, ER small, and then small pulse as well. Of course, we'll go ahead and take a quick look at where and how the missiles look on this. Similar to the Locust, the difference being Locust has missile slots in the arms. This has missile slots in the torso. We're gonna go throw on some SRM 6s to see what it looks like. As you can see, high mounts everywhere. Sort of have to on something like this as well. Let's go take a look at what does a MRM 40 look like. We're gonna find out because reasons. As you can see here, MRM 10 slots. Doesn't matter which one you have. That being said, they stream, so that doesn't affect performance. Check out what an LRM 20 looks like. Because we can, same thing. So keep that in mind if you are doing LRMs, which I suppose would only be like LRM 5s if we're really honest, which looks very similar to the SRM 6. And that's how it looks, and that's where it's mounted as well. PPCs in the arms, we've already seen what a peep looks like in the torso because of that light peep on that last variant. Go ahead and take a look for light peeps because reasons, because science. It does look pretty adorable. It's like a mini BJ almost in that stance. So there is that. Like I said, I see this being a strong contender, but you can do a almost identical setup with the 19 or with the 20 and have ECM. I think the difference here is for those that maybe don't want ECM, don't need it as much, those good, you know, Locust pilots out there, they could drop the ECM, save a ton, drop another double heat sink, and get more sustainability out of the chassis. So there's that.
Let's keep it on that mech, get a nice pose, and let's do this giveaway. We're gonna give away a standard Flea. What's up, Chris?
Oh, I was going to say one thing about the 19 versus the Hero Mech is the quirk distribution on the Hero Mech will have it have actual armor quirks on everything, whereas the 19 it'll only get the structure quirks. So that also might play into kind of do you pick ECM with a little bit less structure, or something without ECM with more natural armor.
All right, guys, we're going to do a giveaway here, and this is for a standard Flea pack. And all you have to do is hashtag Flea in chat.
Yeah,
your chance to win.
Talo. If you already have a standard, I'll upgrade to collectors.
Bam.
I typically work with you guys, so let's do this.
Darren is a generous god.
Well, I just want to make sure everybody wins something.
All right, guys, we'll give it a few more seconds, and then we'll roll on that. These are decals, by the way. This is not a base camo. I just wanted to sort of show. This is the Meep, which is the Flea. Very Roadrunner-esque. I like that. And, of course, the Flea itself. It is a tiny mech, so finding the square footage on this little thing was actually sort of difficult. But I'm sure someone will like that Meep. It might actually fit really well on the Locust arms, because they're a little bit bigger, funny enough. But I think there's that. You guys will like some. You guys will like the cockpit items. I'll just wait on that. So let's go ahead and roll this. Yes.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Good luck. May the odds be in your favor. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? Oh, this is rigged. This shit's rigged. What is this?
I don't even want to give it to him. I'm just joking, Ferret.
Well, what is this? How does that even happen? I think we should re-roll.
It's proof that karma is bullshit.
Is that...
All right, let's... all right, Ferret, I'll get you set up, man.
He says, it's my totem mech to replace Filthy Clan machine guns. That's right.
There you go.
All right.
We'll do another giveaway in a few minutes, guys.
Let me reset this, and we'll do another one. So, as Chris was saying, one thing to note is the base armor on the CT, left torso, right torso, and of course the left right arm. Or left leg, right leg. Like I said, I feel like this is comparable to the 20. But of course the 20 being Stealth Ninja, and we all know Stealth Ninja Locusts are a common thing, so I wouldn't be surprised with the Flea. A little mouse packs running around? No, never. We won't ever see that happen tomorrow right after patch goes live. Nope, never. Nope. That won't ever be a thing to terrorize people. All right. Another thing you have is the 17 here. I don't know if you guys have really taken a look at the 17, but rumor has it, it's got 7 slots, energy slots, because reasons, because things. Now, not a betting man. I don't know about you, Darren, but I'd go out on a limb and toss this out there that small laser.
Well, also one thing to keep in mind is that this is the version with mask as well.
Well, the other one had mask too, but
oh yeah,
when masks gets in the way of firepower, you know it goes out the window. Mask. You can technically do 7 or 6 medium lasers. Whatever your little cold heart, because you have to be cold in this thing, once, you can do it. Also, let's take a look at the mounts really quick. You can see, you can probably drop the CT one if you want. Obviously, you don't want ghost heat. No heat scale here, but you can. I also see smalls, ERs being used in this. Does leave you with, good amount of heat sinks. Also, the change that just happened, correct me, is heat capacity, or was it heat dissipation that was changed on the singles? Is it both? Both. And they both went up. It was 1.3 from 1.2, and I think 0.13 from 0.12. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's still buff, and it'll definitely help out singles just a bit, especially with that dissipation and heat capacity.
It'll be noticeable. It's a little shy of a 10% buff.
All right, so as someone says, 7 medium layers will warm up that cold heart quite nicely, right? I don't know if you'd be running doubles on here. You can try. Also, we need an engine, so that might help. I don't think you're gonna be doing a whole lot there, but it's a possibility. Like I said, I think ER smalls. I know some people don't like the ER part just because they're a little bit hotter, but I do think it might be, unless you just go six mediums, you could potentially do 7. And there is no heat skill with the IS, the ERs. So there is that. You're just dealing with just straight heat. So, could do something like this. Tossing that out there. You don't have enough for light Pharaoh, but 1.41's, you know, you could do 7 small pulse. That's 100% correct as well. I think 7 small pulse in the back. I have very, very tough memories of that, unfortunately. I think we all do. You guys remember those days? They might be back.
Of what?
Small pulse, Arctic shooters and stuff running around,
Yeah.
and 1.34 heat efficiency. Quite nice. And again, all high mounts. You don't have any lower arm actuators, so you don't have to worry about that as well, which makes builds like this fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and save really quick because I do want to show you guys, and before we leave here, I do want to show you guys, doesn't really save a lot, does it? I don't think that really helps me. Light Pharaoh. Does it? No, but we'll save. I do want to show you guys the run animation on this. Let's go do that really quick. Let's go and start up another giveaway. Hashtag Flea2.
No.
No?
Let's do meep. Hashtag meep.
Meep. There we go. Hashtag meep in chat. Good luck.
Good luck, Mech Warriors. This will be for a Flea Collector's Pack this time. Flea Collector's Pack, hashtag meep in chat right now.
Just gonna go ahead and run around here. It reminds me a lot of the Locust as far as animation. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if technically it's, I don't know how that like rigging and all that works, but might be very similar. It's got a little bit stubbier feet, not as Talon-like. Oh my god, it's so adorable.
There's another adjective. Adorable, cute.
I mean, look at its little leggies go, right?
Precious.
Target acquired.
Look at its little leggies go. We're talking about battle mechs.
Hey man, you mad, bro?
Yeah, it reminds me when I was in high school, I got this big Ford Explorer, and I loved my Ford, and was proud of it. It looked like a badass 4x4, and I showed it to my girlfriend. Yeah, I thought it did. You know, I have big tires and all that stuff, and I was a teenager and wanted to look badass, and my girlfriend saw it and said, "Oh, it looks so cute," and totally ruined it for me.
Yeah. Did you go and sell it?
It eventually broke down. And I was fine with that because I need, you know.
Some people that like Chevys would say, yeah, it's a Ford, what do you expect? And then some people, oh. Yeah, I like the animation, pretty solid.
Runs like a hyperactive king crab.
It's like it's got a little bit of a torso waddle to the side, adds a little character.
Target acquired.
You should
Cuteness.
see it with mask activated.
Who's got time for mask? I got a wub.
I'm gonna say if you learn how to pump the mask at the right times, especially for that XL and DXL, it becomes quite the little shit to try to peg down.
Of course, we can see size here. The smallest mech in the game award goes to right, let's go ahead and head back into the mech lab. Don't forget hashtag meep for your chance to win a standard pack.
Nope, collector's pack.
Collector's pack. Oh, well, I thought we were doing. You know, you're killing me, Smalls.
I said it.
What are words? All right, we also have the Flea 15. Again, 5 energy. This one slightly different with the 2 ballistic in the arms. I would suspect it's all or nothing. I feel like knowing myself and knowing you guys that like the DACA, it's really going to be the Flea 19 that I don't really suspect the 15 will be used with any type of ballistic. It does have machine gun rate of fire of +20, and of course armor as well across the board except for the arms. I suspect the 19 is going to be the DACA king when it comes to the 20 tonners now, and similar to the hero. I just feel like energy and ballistic, you just go all into energy. Same thing with the hero instead of the missile. I do suspect some people might, but for the most part, I feel like the energy. So the big contenders here for differences are the 17 with 7 energy, the 19 with 8 ballistic, the 20 with ECM, and then we do have 6 ballistic, 3 energy. This one actually I could see being sort of split. Not quite 8, but if we look at the quirks here, it does have flamer range plus 10%. I could definitely see this being like a small pulse with machine guns potentially. You already have the tonnage invested. You could probably rip out the mask, put on some obviously XL engine here, up armor, stuff like that. I could see this potentially being the next favorite.
Yeah, compared to the 19 also, the 19 has structure quirks and the firing ant has armor quirks as well. So it's, again, one of those trade-offs between do you go more heavily into pure offensive firepower or, you know, have a little bit more of a better balance between both the energies and the ballistics, but get a little bit more armor to compensate.
All right. Now, a really cool feature, and before we get there, let me show you guys the cockpit items. So, you know what's funny is I saw this Flea Park and all I thought it was the original Jurassic Park, or Flea Circus, you know? We've got the Flea Park. You also have a Flea Walk as well, if you so desire. They're right next to each other, and the cool thing is they're named Flea, so alphabetically they're right here. It's actually really nice. This one shoots lasers, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see that, laser beams. And then the Flea Park.
I'm waiting for the delay. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah. A little merry-go-round and thing, and it goes around as far as a lot of, it's the Flea Circus. We also have the Flea Galleon, if you will. And also, it does rock just like most of them. And then the Warhorn, Meep Warhorn. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I'm gonna turn the music off just so it's, hold on, let's look at this. Hey Darren, do you like that word cute?
I had to turn the sound on the stream.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that one's gonna be popular.
Nice work, Sean.
Yeah, that'll be good. So you guys approve? I like the Flea Circus. I think that one's actually pretty cool. And of course the Flea shooting lasers, that's cool too. But the circus one, that's enough.
We need a giveaway for 10 Flea Warhorns.
All right. Camo spec. Let me go ahead, and of course this is the hero. You guys have already seen. Here's the base. Not to be confused with that fish guy. through.
Yeah, that was not me doing the voice acting. I
Sounded like-
actually
a lot
have
like
no
it.
idea who that is.
Base colors here. Let's go ahead and look. See, there's the base colors for the Flea. And let's go ahead and take a quick look. It's a little bit harder with these smaller mechs, I find, of all the little skeleton, if you will. So let's walk. Oh, it's a Flea. I see what they did there. It's harder to see it from
Flee, you fools! Would the Flea cockpit have enough space for a rumble seat? My guess is going to be no, although it depends on your size, I suppose. Phil knows more about confined spaces than I do.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not comfortable riding on commercial airliners. I'm too long.
Right. Another.
Well, it's like how those pickup trucks technically have second row seating, but they're
Technically.
really confined.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean you'll be comfortable.
I'm never comfortable back there. Screw that. I'd like sit sideways on the bench.
What does the Sherman look like? Of course, we have to do camo. It's adorable. So yeah, smaller Locust. Slightly slower. I mean, and we're talking about very, very minute difference. A little bit more firepower. 8 machine gun variant, 7 energy variant, combinations thereof. ECM, just like the Pirate's Bane. I feel like a lot of people are gonna like this. Especially anybody who likes this, though. I don't know if they're my friend, because like, you know, just tossing that out there. Just, you know. Yep, 8 machine guns, Fiora, on the 19. And
You know, I
6
feel like if
on the FA.
the clans are breeding mech warriors, why wouldn't they breed them like to be small, like smaller, so they can fit in small confined spaces and more heat efficient? Like I know people in real life that can be out in 100 and something degree weather and they love it and they don't care, whereas I die in that. So like there's some kind of, you know, like I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to talk to Jordan about his mech warrior breeding ideas.
He sort of went with it. You know, the elementals being genetically bigger, the aerospace being smaller but bigger heads.
That's fine, but I feel like mech warriors, it would have been a different route.
Yeah, it's
than
called
just,
being in shape, and you don't have to worry about as much.
I feel like they're bred
Rounds
more
not a
for
shape, Darren.
hand-to-hand combat than they are, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inner sphere for life. That's all I got to say.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, again, this is your Flea. We're gonna do a quick collector's giveaway.
Yes, we are.
Hashtag meep in chat for your chance to win. Darren will give it away. What does the collector's entail, Darren? It's all of the standard and then plus the 19 and 20 and the FA, right? Right? Or is the FA and 20? Is that ones?
On the spot, man.
Did I just throw you off? You'll get them all except this one right there. Is that basically? Actually,
the collector's pack is the standard pack plus you add the hero flea mech. No, is that it? No, it's a hero.
He's
add-on.
gonna give you the hero though. No?
I don't know. It's a collector's pack. It includes 3 flea variants. The special, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
And more premium time. More of those meat war horns. 3 of them.
Let's go and listen to that one again, just because.
Mine as well, right? Because yeah. Hashtag meat guys in chat right now.
That's...
Oh man.
Darren's not gonna say he's taking ownership of that
Whoa.
war horn. And of course, you do have the meep meep. Let me show you on something a little bit broader, really quick.
So Matt Newman came up with the meep meep decal, and then I came up with the idea for doing the meep meep war horn, which is totally against what I would normally do because, you know, it's pretty cartoony, but I thought it was appropriate.
I think it's fantastic. Look at
Yeah,
that.
I thought it was appropriate. And Sean did an amazing job recreating it without dealing with any of the licensing issues. The decal, right? I know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I needed a bigger surface to blow it up. You can't, that's almost the size of a flea.
Matt was doing that decal when we were in the office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember
Yeah, we sat down and worked on it with him.
We were
Great
there,
job,
man.
Matt, as always.
Approved.
All right, let's do this. Let's give it away. This is for a Flea collector's pack. The Flea is out tomorrow with the patch. Oh, wait, did you show the... You didn't show the cut and paste of the...
No, not yet.
Yeah,
No,
so we're going to do that next.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this giveaway.
All right, here we go. Pick a winner. Dreadnought.
Dreadnought, I'm going to whisper you. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Starwolf, good to see you. Dreadnought, I'm going to whisper you, whisper me back.
All right, he's there. Nice. All right, Dreadnought, he will whisper you, whisper back. If he asks for your social and address, that's not the right one. Don't listen. No matter how beautiful that beard is, that is the wrong Darren.
Representatives
he's on
will
mobile,
never ask you
so
for your social.
He said hang on mobile.
Okay, no problem. I whispered you. Just let me know what your in-game pilot name is. If you can't do it on mobile, you can do it later today when you get on your computer. No problem. Just remind me what it was for.
All right, so I'm gonna showcase a feature that's coming out tomorrow. And of course, if you haven't read the patch notes, I would do so. There's a map change to Conquest on a map that you wanna get up to date, Rubelite. There's a bunch of other little things. Ammo is another thing to keep in mind. Ammo-based weapons, getting a buff on that.
Well, hold on. To be a bit more specific, it's going to be autocannon and missile-based weapons that get the ammo boost. Not all ammo changes.
There you go. Others. Oh, not to be confused with AMS, because people were bringing that up.
Or machine guns.
Or machine guns. Now, here's a feature that I know we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I was excited to see that it was coming out this patch.
Let's go take a look. I have two cicadas right here. One is configured because it's the 2A champion. It's already set up. This is basically actually how I run mine, albeit the armor is slightly different. And I have a 2A that's not modded. All right. So in this patch tomorrow, we have a new feature called loadout profile. And the cool thing is you can export. So let's just say I wanted to export this exact setup. I can click export. And what it's gonna do is it's going to create a build code. It's copied to your clipboard. For those that don't know, basically all you have to do is hit Control V and paste it. You can send this code to friends to import into their mech lab, where the mech lab's loadout will be reconstructed. Right, this is not a one-to-one. This is not a Smurfy code, just to clear that up. I know people were gonna ask, so let me clear the air on that one. PGI is working with Smurfy so that they have this ability to get this code. Paul will have to give updates on that. When, where, what, I don't know. But they are working with Smurfy, so hopefully that'll be in effect in the near future. If not tomorrow, I don't know. But all you have to do is now go to the unmodified version, click import, Control V, And boom, there you go. Everything is set up. Now, what this doesn't do is consumables. It doesn't do paint. It doesn't do cockpit. Doesn't do bolt-ons. Any outside of the mech lab, really, it doesn't do enough. So, and then all I have to do is click save, and it equips the engine. It's the exact same. That's how easy it is. Now, there's another little feature that's actually really cool. Let's just say you're doing a lot of experimenting, and or you're part of a comp team or whatever, and you don't want to buy multiple chassis. So like, for instance, let's just say you have 3 different setups for the Cicada 2A that you want. The cool thing is you have a save and load feature now. So when you click save, it's going to open up. And by the way, this is going to default to like user, blah, 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 wherever you want. The cool thing is you can move this directory. So as little up arrow, I'm going to click it. It's going to go back. As you can see, I can select my hard drives. I want to go to D, where I've already created a folder. I want to go to builds, and I want to save Cicada, 2A alt. Now I can load the Cicada. And I'll make one modification to this so you guys can see. And I can just click save and go back here. I'm gonna make this save. I'm gonna overwrite. Oh, I wanna go back to my one with 6 medium lasers. Okay, Alt, go back. Done.
Man, that is nice. RoboPrancer, the Flea is the ultimate LRM platform. Absolutely.
So, where I feel like this is really awesome, apart from the obvious, is when you need to switch between a particular variant or chassis, or variant in this case, that has multiple setups. It's in the mech lab, Guile, so I would assume yes. If it's in the mech lab, it's right here, the load profile. That's where it's at. So not only can you export, import, you can save. Bam, right there. All right, so another thing we'll take a quick look at. I'm going to need to find. This is on a different build than what we normally use, and I actually don't know if it has any of my. Let's see here. Yeah, this doesn't have any of my custom builds. I was gonna showcase the exact same thing for skill tree, guys. So let's go back to the Cicada because not. So let's just go ahead and do this. Let's do. Just do you. All right. Let's just say I have a laser template, right? Laser, I'm doing all energy, laser vomit, and I want a template done. Don't care about anything else. This is IS. Okay, we're gonna go out here. We're gonna grab all these because reasons. I'm gonna grab range too because I'm greedy like that.
Hey Phil, where was the Warhorn, the Meat Warhorn listed under? Was it listed under Flea or Meat?
Meat.
Okay.
All right. So this is a, let's just say this is all laser. So all I'm gonna do is click save. As you can see here, it defaults to users, fill, save games, blah, blah. I can go back here, go to my build. I'm gonna create a new folder called skills, skill tree, as I want to. And I'm gonna call this IS laser vomit. And you could click firepower, you can do whatever you want. So I'm gonna hit apply, right? This is gonna save. And of course, again, like I just said, you could have multiple save, load, import, export. This is all the same thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna export now. It's gonna create Control V. I'm gonna go to the 2A. And of course, this 2A has no skills, nothing applied. I'm going to now import. Boom, there we go. All I gotta do is hit apply. Now, I could also click load because this is the same thing, right? Bam, done. All I gotta do is click apply. So this makes it really easy. Again, going back to, you could have generic IS, laser vom, and no matter what, you could have all this with operations or survival. You can set up as much as you want, however you want, and it's that simple to use.
You can have different setups for Solaris,
Yep.
you know, solo queue,
Yep.
comp play, whatever. It's awesome.
So actually a really good point. I haven't wanted to modify some of my Jaeger mechs.
Exactly. Because you have to go through the process of modifying
it goes
them back.
through having to modify, literally, like I haven't messed with like
Totally, man.
and then you have to go, now I can set up, this is my Jaeger set up for Solaris, and this is my skill tree for said mech. It doesn't touch, and I can, boom. Invictus, this changes everything. Again, watch. I'm gonna load this. I'm gonna load the 2A. Bam. It applies everything. Changes everything about the mech. The only thing this doesn't do is consumables, bolt-ons, camo colors.
The obvious stuff.
You know, it literally, if you want this build, that's all you gotta do.
RJ Base, look at you. You're in California and you're sitting here gifting subs. I feel like that was a troll sub. Good to see RJ.
So we know how save load, you can export, you can give those codes to buddies. You can do whatever you'd like.
Whatever you want with it, we're not going to hold you back.
Huge time saver, yes. Also to the freedom that now you can actually have different builds for different situations with one variant.
Fiora. But wait, there's more. All that for just...
This is a huge time. Yeah, it's big.
Welcome home, RJ.
So there's that.
Well, Frag, now you can have a stock-only save as well.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Actually, that's a 100% valid point.
Yeah.
Let's just say you want to, like, I know 228, some of those guys been running around in stock mechs in group queue.
Now they can switch back and forth to whatever build they want.
Yep.
Instantly.
As far as skill, it doesn't matter, Father Bill. Skill is not dependent on the mech. A skill tree is all the same regardless of mechs, right? The difference would be percentage values potentially of like the armor or something like that. But other than that, it wouldn't matter. Because all it cares about is the nodes you have selected. The values may change, but just the nodes, so it doesn't matter what. So, pretty darn awesome. Guys, we have covered the Flea coming out tomorrow. We haven't given away a hero. Darren, are we gonna give it all away now?
I can only do packages until they actually come out. So tomorrow we can start giving away heroes or whatever when we do the stream.
Do another collectors then? One more.
Well, why don't we end this with a bang?
Oh.
No, but you have to come up with a creative hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, you'd have to pay the changes if you switch armor structure. Yeah, it's just like normal. Now, that's something to bring up. If you guys aren't digging that, that's something to bring up with Russ, most definitely. I'm sure he will listen to you guys. But yes, if you didn't have Pharaoh on and then you put Pharaoh, it's the same cost. It's just a time saving. Literally huge time saving. Actually, it opens the doors to me being able to modify some of the mechs I haven't modded because they were my
It doesn't cost anything to change. It just costs whatever obviously would change if you're upgrading your equipment, which I don't have a problem with personally at all. Did you come up with a hashtag?
Oh yeah, is it my turn?
Yeah, you. Come
Yeah.
up with a creative one. This is a Flea. You know, it could be circus. It could be, I don't know, itchy. What do you think of when you think of fleas? Think of that house I lived in with my college roommates.
Thank God my dogs don't have them.
Yeah.
How about we do
I can give you one if you want.
Flea Circus. I'm doing
All right,
that.
there
Are
you
we doing a standard or are we doing a giveaway?
No, we're ending with a bang. We're going to do an ultimate Flea pack giveaway. This is everything that comes with the Flea pack, plus the hero, the reinforcements, everything. This is for an ultimate Flea pack. It is, what is it? Hashtag
Flea Circus.
Flea Circus.
Not to be confused into our... Yeah, I was going to say that's what I'm going to. Yeah,
it is going to be a Flea Circus tomorrow.
So tomorrow's, I mean, the save feature, I think a lot of people, I don't think there's anybody in chat who's not going to be using that. I'll be using it.
Oh, totally, dude. That,
yeah.
Oh, so
ease
nice.
of use, yeah. Especially when you have different
I feel
situations.
like that's one of the biggest things that's been added in a long time. That's huge.
Yeah, it is. That is big.
I mean, I've done the same thing. I've, either grudgingly changed a mech for a Solaris build, or every time I'm like, oh, I got to change it back.
Yeah,
this takes care.
I
of
literally haven't played some of my my Jaegers, my dragons.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys, for your chance to win an ultimate pack, for these little things right here. And if
by the way, we have some crazy mechs coming out over the next few months.
Yeah.
Just while they're entering that, yeah, we've got the Hellfire is next month, and the Vulcan. The Vulcan is one of those. The original line art, man, was just horrible, like one of the worst. Like you couldn't even. How is that a mech? Like it just looks so.
I thought you would like that though.
Well, I ended up liking it, but like we put up with just some of the worst artwork, and whoever that artist was, no offense intended. But the Vulcan was one of those that I just never knew how it was going to translate into MWO. I think that Alex did an amazing job.
I think Chaffee is actually working with HBS on the vehicle concepts as well. So he's come a long way since then.
Well, I mean, he was just paid to draw things, right?
Yeah.
Just make this thing.
I think
there was
got
no
like $25 or something like that per drawing back then.
Well,
it was terrible.
I mean, well, think about this. Like going back,
the...
I mean, there was no like descriptors. They said like, oh, well, the Timberwolf hat. There was, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever he was drawing stuff.
Oh, he was just pulling shit out. Yeah.
Well, the other thing to keep in mind as well is that the frame of reference for what kind of like a mech was back then is completely different from what it is today. I mean, mecha as a genre is something that kind of almost got spurred on from those early Japanese designs, and what BattleTech has pretty much established. So when you have nothing to draw from, some of those things are just going to be really just abstract and all over the place, just by extension that there really isn't that much to draw on aside from like AT-AT walkers from Star Wars and what you see from Japanese TV at the time.
Like I said, no offense intended, but Alex did an amazing job with the reimagining.
I'm looking
of the
forward to
Vulcan.
the Vulcan just because it's another medium 40 tonner that right up my aisle. So.
And then there's the Incubus.
Mm-hmm.
Recently announced Incubus. That's another clan mech with the rifle arm. I like that.
Like the
anyway,
Phoenix Hawk, but just miniature.
Pretty much. All right, let's do this. Let's give away an ultimate Flea pack. The Fleas are coming out tomorrow with a patch. Hope you guys have enjoyed the preview stream. And why don't you find a good place to hero pose, and we'll do the giveaway.
Hero pose?
Hero pose. Flex those little flea muscles. Or I guess don't do a hero pose. Try and make yourself look as cute as possible.
System offline.
Whatever that means.
All right, let's go do this giveaway. Flea, hashtag Flea Circus in chat.
Make sure you spell it correctly. I see a misspelling there, Bruno.
It's Sad Flea.
Sad Flea.
All right, here we go. Picking a winner.
And the winner is...
Is it Shalardy? Is that how you pronounce it?
Shalardy? Are you out there? Shalardy. Hey, Bean Singer.
No, oh, there it is.
Did Shalardy?
Yeah,
yep, there it is.
Rigged.
All right, Chilardi, or however you pronounce it. I just whispered you whispering back with your pilot name. I'll get you sorted out. You won an ultimate Flea pack, which comes out tomorrow. Everybody that won a pack today, get those tomorrow with the patch. Congratulations to everybody. Looking forward to seeing you out there and hearing a bunch of meep meeps. Flea circus time tomorrow.
All right. Also, as we wrap up, let me give some shout outs really quick. We have RJ with that gifted sub to Chris, 3 months going now. Thank you, RJ. That's very generous. Let's see. Stanubis with a Prime sub. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Go to the emotes. Eisenraider with a 6-month resub. Dextaritas, 14 months. Someone grabbed the flea spray. Oh my. What else we got up in here? We have Groden Griezmann with a 2-month resub. Welcome back, sir. Let's see. Admiral Nightingale with a brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome, sir. Let me see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Also, Father Bill dropping 1,500 bits. Thank you for supporting the stream and channel, sir. Also taking a stream boss spot. Edwin as well. Thank you for dropping 100 bits. Star Wolf with a tier 2 20-month resub. Says, I'll need to borrow someone else's finger and toes starting next month. Right? Right? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out. The Wandering Hobo with the Prime sub. Thank you for dropping your Prime here, sir. Much appreciated. Bongo, thank you for the bits. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going live as soon as patch goes live tomorrow, which is, of course, servers go down at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 10 a.m. PST for you West Coasters. I have no idea what it is in like Europe. I apologize. I'm lazy. I haven't done the math. I don't know. Someone else can let me know. But I'll be going live as soon as the patch goes live, so be sure to read up on the patch notes if you haven't. There's a lot of little things going in. So, again, we talked about the ammo changes for ballistic and missile weapons, excluding, of course, machine guns. But make sure to read up on those. And, of course, we have the single heat sink buffs as well. I know there's some fun builds out there that utilize like 40 of them. And of course, a few map changes. Comp Q, again, that was talked about in the patch as well. So make sure to do that. And yep.
So one thing to note about Comp Q, guys, is that the competitive season opens this coming Thursday, not tomorrow. So while the changes and everything for Comp Q will go in for the single heat sinks, the ammo changes and everything like that, the actual competitive queue itself will open up on Thursday. So you have a few days to actually test things out before it opens up. Oh, am I still on?
Yep. No, sorry, I was doing the war horn. All right, guys. It's been our pleasure. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. We will see you guys tomorrow for some more Flea action. I think we may go Flea hunting tomorrow. I don't know. You guys, I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy. I don't know. Maybe I'll.
You're gonna be one of those guys who just brings street launchers to a light launch.
Like yeah, I mean, it happens to me. As soon as I go out and like this, you know what's gonna happen to me. No, I'll be rolling around with some ECM because exactly that reason. It's exactly that reason.
Heat level critical. Target destroyed.
But as always, hey, if you are new to the channel, make sure to click that follow button. And of course, just want to say again, welcome. Thank you guys for chilling, hanging out. We have this murderous little insect coming out tomorrow. Yes, probably
Me.
in like masses. Locust and the Flea coming out, or as far as like little packs. That's not evil or anything. But yeah, just want to say thank you again. Flea event coming Wednesday from Matt Newman himself. There you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Flea and the Save Load preview. Just want to say thank you guys for coming out here. Make sure to click that follow button, and we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for some patch day mech porn. Until next time, mech warriors. Peace.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Wow, camera.